Hey fam, it's me for a comic show. I wasn't here last week, didn't do a video last week because I was with my daughter on a field trip. It was on Tuesday morning and kind of last minute, like one of the dads that was going was a firefighter and he got called in. So like, hey, you know, you're everyone's second choice in people. So they called me up and my daughter was ecstatic. She liked having me there, so that was awesome. The biggest book of last week that I didn't get to talk about was Cave Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye. This book was so great. Like seriously, it was nostalgic and fresh at the same time. It's just like esoteric and iconic at the same time. I loved it. I love Gerard Way now. Jonathan Rivera also writes it. Oming's on art, you know, from Powers and all that. And it's crazy. There's emotional stuff with Cave and his daughter and his wife. And then there's the crazy stuff with his eye, and then him trying to figure out what's up with that, with the metal men and different people, and then other characters are trying to retrieve the eye. And it's nuts. I like it. I really loved it. And it also, one per store, got a little cassette tape, which was cool, kind of nostalgic, retro cool, with new music by Gerard Way and another collaborator from My Chemical Romance. And I'm going to be at North Carolina Comic Con, November 11th, 12th, and 13th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of panels. I'm going to be doing the auctions for the drink and draw on Friday night, and I'll be there having a great time. So if you see me, say hi. It's cool. And this Saturday, we're having Halloween Comicfest, which is basically like free comic book day on the Saturday right before Halloween. So there's tons of free comics this year, lots. I ordered plenty, and I'm just billing it as like Halloween free comic fest day. And come, we'll have a crazy sale. We'll have coloring pages here in the Geekeasy for kids and adults to color, and there'll be a contest. And we'll have all these free books. Here's some of the books. There's some small size ones, Nightmare Before Christmas, Mickey's Inferno. We got a Boom Halloween Hunt, Johnny Boo, Grumpy Cat and Pokey. That one looked pretty cool. We got Pokemans and Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. That was awesome. Afterlife with Archie, one of my favorite books. It doesn't come out very often, but Zombies and Archie. Spidey #1, it's all ages Spider-Man book. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #1, a horror book, Harrow County, and My Little Pony, and others. There's plenty of these books, so they're all gonna be free. It's gonna be great. And that night we're having a dance party for, I mean, if you're an adult, 18 and up, dance party, what is it, Majora's Mask? And it's Zelda themed Halloween dance party. We're gonna have some red potion drinks, and they'll be alcoholic. And if you're 21 or up, please drink and dance and have fun. If you're 18, 19, 20, come and don't try to drink or we'll kick you out. But dress up, have fun, it'll be great. And then the actual Halloween, which is Monday, the 31st, we're having the Bloody Jug Band in here. They're a kind of horror folk kind of themed band, and it's going to be a blast in here. So that'll be pretty awesome. Moving on to the actual comics of this week. Woo, DC, Flash #9. It's the Kid Flashes of Two Worlds. This was awesome. This is what I have been waiting for since Rebirth, the special, because now we have two Wally Wests, the young one, and then the one that we grew up with, if you're my age or whatever, or older even. You grew up with this Wally West, and they meet, and they actually kind of get along. It's kind of cool. Like they know each other's secret identity because they have each other's names, and they talk about the lineage and how they're related and how they're family, they're the Flash family, and other crazy stuff happens. And there's one other thing that happens in this issue, Flash related, that is freaking crazy, insane, awesome. Not going to spoil it, but loved it. If you love the legacy of the Flash and you love all Flashes, you will seriously like this if you are an all Flash person. Teen Titans #1 Rebirth came out, where basically Damian kidnapped them all, and now he has them, and he's like, hey, let's be a team, and it's awesome. So if that does anything for you, seriously get it. I'm enjoying it. This is the Young Titans book other than Starfire, and it's fun. It's cool. I like it. The regular Titans book is also out this week. That's basically Wally's book with the other characters that he became famous with. Batman Beyond, it's all Jokers. It's all Jokers all the time, and it was fun. If you like Batman Beyond, it's hitting all the notes. It's the guy you like, Terry, and it's the Jokers, and that's what it is. So seriously, if you're a Batman Beyond fan, I don't see what fault you'd find with it or how you would not like it. It's not Tim Drake. It's not some esoteric villains. It's awesome. And DC is still hitting all my buttons, other than Booster Gold, with Rebirth. I got Hellblazer, Constantine, and Swamp Thing together, love that. Blue Beetle with Ted Kord, love that. Hal Jordan and Green Lantern Corps with Guy Gardner as a integral role. And I freaking love Guy Gardner. And Vendetti's going to be at North Carolina Comic Con. And then finally for DC, Mad Comics, Mad presents Goodnight Batcave, which is like Goodnight Moon, but with Batman in the Batcave and all the villains. And it's a hardcover because, you know, that's what kids need because they'll rip up a soft cover. And it's humor. And I'm going to read it to my son and daughter tonight. It's going to be fun. So, Goodnight Batcave. And as far as pops go, there's previews exclusive pops of Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. And this is the armored Batman, you know, because Batman loves guns, obviously. That's what Frank Miller thinks. But we got the armored Batman, and I actually think it's like super cute as a pop. I like it. I'm going to take it home. That's why I opened it. Moving on to Marvel, the book that everyone's been waiting for. Civil War II #6. I guess it's late. We've had the poster for it hanging up in our window for like over a month now. But this is awesome. And between the covers, as I read it, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I really like the themes and what's going on with kind of the kids versus the adults and the kids that go on to form the champions. And all was forgiven between the pages because it's really good. But it was late. And I think Marvel's saying issue 7 is going to be on time, so we'll see. But get that, read it before you read any of the other Civil War tie-ins this week because it's late, so read that first. And moving on, Prowler, this is a Clone Conspiracy tie-in. You don't have to read it to understand Clone Conspiracy, but it does tie in. The character does, his motivations, why, who's fueling his comeback, all that is there. But I read it and you don't really need it if you don't want to. But if you do, go for it. Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme is Doctor Strange and a bunch of other sorcerers, including Wiccan, who I love. And it was a fun book. It's a fun spinoff. So I dug that. Deadpool. Deadpool 21 is like quadruple sized. It's thick. And I'm telling you this because it is a $10 book. It has the page count to justify that. And the story was really good. And I'm building it up in a way because here at my store at a comic shop, which is the only thing I really have control over, I'm going to be selling it for $4.99. I'm going to be selling it half off because, I don't know, like $10 is a lot to expect from people for a single issue comic. Even though it's like a whole miniseries in one. You get a full and complete issue of Deadpool in its storyline, kicking off the Patient Zero. So Patient Zero start as him versus Madcap, and that is a full issue. But then you get Deadpool Shakespeare, Much Ado About Deadpool. And it's seriously Shakespeare Deadpool, written by William Shakespeare, or at least someone pretending to be him, someone that probably did the Star Wars Shakespeare. And it's all 5 acts, because, I mean, it has to be 5 acts, it's Shakespeare. But all 5 acts are here. It's the entire story is here, all of it. And it was really funny, so come get it. Why not? And like I said, it's $10. It's enough pages to justify $10 if you're willing to pay $10, but you don't have to here because it's a comic shop, and I don't know, man. I do what I do. And also for Marvel previews, there's a free previews this week highlighting some of the new Now books. And look at Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's actually ghostwriting. I don't know if this is the first time, probably not, but there he is on the cover ghostwriting. Pretty cool. Moving on to Serenity for the people that love Serenity. I love that Firefly first season. I love the movie except for the end, but you know, whatever. And this is after the movie and after the comics that were after the movie that we got. And it's an ongoing by Chris Robertson, who co-created iZombie. It was actually pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. I like seeing these characters and their story continue. It ended abruptly. And if you like it, this is what you're going to get. This is it. You know, you're not going to get another movie. You're not going to get another TV series. Maybe they'll reboot the whole thing in 10 years like properties do. But this is the continuation of this cast and this crew after the movie and it was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. Saga's out, loving Saga, had some cool twists this issue. Rick Remender and Opina's new book, 7 to Eternity, issue 2's out. We have the second print of number 1 because we sold out of number 1. We ordered a ton and sold the hell out of it. Number 2 is here, and I mean, you see him bowing on the cover. I like this story. I like the dad that never even listened to the offer to sell out, that as long as you have your integrity, as long as you keep your heart intact, as long as you never compromise. But there's no death, no physical death will actually kill you because you will live on, whatever, with integrity and all that. And, personally, I think that's bullshit. I've personally voted for Hillary, and I don't care about integrity or, have to go with a third party because they're both bad. I'm a freaking sellout. Sorry, I am. I'm not saying I'm path of least resistance, but I like a story with a flawed character that's just trying to protect his family. His dad said, don't even listen to the offer. And what does he do as soon as his dad dies? He listens to the offer. Like, don't do that thing. And then he does that thing. I like it. It's speaking to me. So if you are also someone that doesn't feel like pride and integrity is the most important thing in life, no matter what, read Rick Remender's 7 to Eternity, or, his trying to justify how he's sold out in his life. I don't know. I don't know him personally. I've met him a few times. He's signed here, but I don't know. I really like his characters. And Eric Powell I also like. His Albatross is on fire now, publishing the Hillbilly, and did Satan Sodomy Baby 2. And now this book is Spook House. It's scary stories for kids. And I read it, and it is okay for kids. It's good. It's his style. It's his art. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but I could also read it to my daughter for Halloween. And I guess it's ongoing because there's an issue 2 solicited in the back, and I enjoyed it. So if you like Eric Powell from Goon or Hillbilly, you'll probably dig it. If you only like him from Satan Sodomy Baby, you won't like it because this is all ages. But Spook House was fun. And then finally, just for shits and giggles and bullshit and whatnot, Trump vs. Clinton, adult coloring book, Uncivil War. You have the Uncivil War cover, and then the flip cover is the incredulous Trump and the Hillarine with Bernigo instead of Wendigo with Bernie. And it seriously is a coloring book for adults that kind of spoofs classic covers. There's Trump throwing a giant email server at Hillary. I guess it does its best to be nonpartisan. There's Hillary as Dark Phoenix, so I guess she is evil and won't die, but there she is. Maybe it is pro-Trump, I don't know. Oh, there's Hillary as Megatron and Trump as Optimus. I don't know. I thought it was, okay. Wow. So if you want to color, I'm glad I only ordered 5 copies of this because I have to sell them before the election. So anyway, it's definitely not anti-Trump stuff. It's just having fun doing them in comic book poses. And it's a coloring book by Antarctic Press. So if you want it, your store might have it. I have 5, so come and get it. And that's the week that is. We have the Halloween Comic Fest coming up on the 29th, Saturday. That night we're having a dance party, and then we're having the Bloody Jug Band on Monday, which is Halloween, and we'll have huge sales over the weekend. So come and get your comics. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.